Welcome to another edition of Coffee with the Goose, where we talk about things that are, you know it, interesting, fascinating, and irritating. I am the Goose. Glad to have you with me again. We're going to share some more information about the big fight coming up in Las Vegas between Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. But first, as you know, got some good strong coffee. Strong, just like my opinion. And got some creamer in there to make it sweet, just like me. Okay. We, meaning me and my wonderful producer Jude, just got back from Los Angeles, the site of Justine Fortune's, well, I'll get to Justine Fortune in a second, Freddie Roach's Wildcard Gym, where Manny Pacquiao trains. We did our best, as you already know. We interviewed the great Freddie Roach. We also tried our best to get Manny Pacquiao, but he's very elusive. Having said that, we will talk to him in just a few days. We're going back there for a media day. At any rate, we're scrambling to get an interview, and Jude, God bless him, he's the rock of the show. We're looking at boxing gyms just to see what we can track down. He found here's Fortune Gym. It's Justine Fortune's gym. Justine Fortune, the strength and conditioning coach for Manny Pacquiao. So we waltzed right in there like we don't know. We walked in there very sheepishly and respectfully. And what a beautiful layout. Justine Fortune, we admire him greatly. What a wonderful setup he has. He trains a lot of folks. And as I waited to interview Justine, you know who he was training? Robert Shapiro, the world famous lawyer who actually represented O.J. Simpson at his murder trial. Now that's a good lawyer. You got him off of murder. That's wow. I want him as my lawyer. But before we get to Justine Fortune, and you'll enjoy that interview, we'll talk to his wife, who manages the gym with him, and she's a former kickboxer, so she knows her stuff. So enjoy the video. We're at Justine Fortune's gym. Tamara. Okay, it's the Fortune gym. The real boss is Tamara Fortune, who is Justine's lovely wife, and we'll talk with Tamara. Tamara, how long have you been married to Justine, and how did you two meet?
I've been married to Justine. I have to look at my ring because I forget. Since 2013. We met in 2009. He trained me for a Kim Kardashian fight. I fought her in a celebrity boxing event. So he was my trainer. We trained for about 3 weeks, and then he stood me up in my corner. He never showed up. And then I ended up marrying him. So I don't know if something's wrong with me or something's wrong with Justine. But yeah, we've been married ever since. So
it all worked out in the end.
It all worked out, but he actually literally stood me up in my corner. The fight wasn't going to go on because he didn't show up. Can you believe that? Unbelievable.
And it did go on. You gave that little girl a beating, didn't you?
I gave her. She was a good sport for getting in the ring, but I gave her a black eye and a bruised her rib through headgear. So that's like, in 16-ounce gloves. Those are heavy gloves. It's
nice
not like
job.
your 8-ounce gloves, like you fight. Yeah.
Oh, nice job.
I know.
So tell us, and we don't want any dirty secrets, but what is one reason we like Justine is he's a common guy. Tell us a little bit about.
You want me to say why you would like him?
No,
that's a tough thing. When you're married to somebody for that long, do you like anything about him? Yeah, he's a good guy. Like there's no bullshit when you talk to Justine. That can be good and bad. Hi.
She was telling us what a great guy you are, and. So tell us about the gym. How long has this been?
Since 2008. He had it before me. He opened up in 2008, and then we've been here now 11 years. So we have about 600 clients, 40-some trainers. So the gym's doing very good. I'm going to start training her, but I'm going to let him take over. But one thing about us you don't know is that within 2 months of us being married, he had stage 4 cancer. So yeah, but he's good now. Strong, healthy, like an ox.
Behind every good man is a good woman, so God bless you.
Very nice to meet you, babe. Nice to meet you.
Take care. And many thanks to Justine Fortune's wife for that conversation. Very sharp lady. She knows her stuff. And now let's go to the main event, if you will. Justine Fortune, the strength and conditioning coach for Manny Pacquiao. Welcome to another edition of Coffee with the Goose, a very special edition live from Fortune Gym in Los Angeles. And we're blessed and very happy to be talking with the strength and conditioning coach of Manny Pacquiao, Justine Fortune. Justine, good to see you. First question for you is, how is your health? We know you
good,
battled
very good.
cancer.
Yeah, good. My doctor's happy, then I'm happy. So it's 4.5 years now, 5 years. So we're touch wood.
Yep.
We're doing good.
Good. First, let's introduce our viewers to Justine Fortune. You were a former heavyweight boxer yourself, correct?
Former heavyweight boxer, yeah. So I fought Lennox Lewis in 95 and trained under Freddie since 92. And then came back into help Freddie in 2002. I was in Australia. And that was it. It sort of snowballed from there. And then we've just been training ever since.
Tell us about your gym. How long you been open here? What kind of clientele do you have?
11 years. This gym 11 years now. Opened in 2008. Then the recession hit, so I shit myself for like fucking 5 years. Had like $400 in the bank and prayed a lot. Did a lot of praying back then. The clientele is mixed. Fighters, celebrities, and regular people. And it's a good gym. I don't tolerate assholes. I've thrown out a lot of fuckheads. And just because I've got no time for it. So, and we have a lot of girls. Like 65% of my clientele is girls. Gym's clean, and it's just a good mixture of just a good, solid crew. And that's it's taken a long time to get there, but this is where we are.
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. You've been training with him for how long now?
2002. Started with Manny when he fought Barrera. Then Freddie started with him when he fought Labuada. Before that fight.
And you said you don't put up with BS, and I think that's why people connect with you. And I'm sure that's one of the reasons you were attracted to Manny Pacquiao is he comes from a dirt poor environment, and there's nothing fake about it.
No, there's no Pacquiao, not at all. Nothing fake about him. He's a real deal, and he's a good guy. I mean, plus he's my friend now. He's been my friend for a long time. So training Manny it's fun. And we have a good time, we have a good laugh, and that's what we train seriously. And that's what it's about, because if it gets boring, then athletes won't respond. So, we try and make it as light as possibly can.
Now, I know the training of Pacquiao has changed a little bit since he's gotten a little older. He's 40, almost 41 now. And you talked recently about how you had to rein him in a little bit. He was doing a little too much. Is that still the case?
Well, he's always tends to do too much. Manny's a freak athlete. He's our sport. I mean, you'll never ever see another Pacquiao again. You'll never see another Tyson. You'll never see another Ali. You'll never see another Pacquiao. He's a one-time deal. Training really, we're just smarter. It's the same intensity of training, but we just shorten it down and make it more specific to what we're doing. And just fight smart. We rest periods a little longer, just because that's the way it is.
We've talked, one thing we've noticed about Manny is one of his strengths, maybe his biggest strength, is his footwork. And not just that he has quick feet, it's the placement of the feet. Is footwork and the quickness a big part of his training?
Absolutely. Well, his legs is where his power is. It's a gift. His footwork's ridiculous. His natural speed is crazy anyway. He really hasn't slowed down, to my thinking, but even if he has, he's still faster than anyone else out there. So, but yeah, when he starts to move on those feet and punch, it's very difficult to catch him. But it's good.
Getting ready for the big fight. He does not, as we know, Manny doesn't fear anybody, and he's got a big test ahead of him. Now, we don't hate Thurman. He's a good guy. He's a good boxer, but he's lit a fire under Manning, hasn't he?
He has. He said some pretty stupid shit, but that's what fighters do. They say stupid shit all the time. That's why we do it. He said some stupid stuff. Got Manny a bit, not upset, but a bit put a little fire in him, like you said. A pissed off Pacquiao is good for us. That's what I like, because he really wants to make this early night. And he wants to. It's the first time we've seen him in a long time. Really want to actually do some damage.
We've heard so-called experts, and anytime somebody calls themselves an expert, it's BS. But
they know they have never been in the ring for one, right. Most of the time. Yeah. But whatever. What do they say?
Right. Well, they say, and you've heard it, I'm sure. Well, Pacquiao's quicker than Thurman, but Thurman's stronger. But at the same time, they admit Thurman does not want to stand toe-to-toe with Pacquiao.
but he's not stronger.
Right.
I don't know where they get off saying he's stronger. How do you determine that?
Not me.
That's a so-called expert.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, he's not fucking strong. This guy punches like a fucking junior, like a middleweight. It's ridiculous how much. And then speed on top of it makes his punch so much more devastating. Look at his opponents. Win or lose, they've been through an absolute war with Pacquiao. Most of them go to hospital afterwards. But their faces are messed up. Manny might have a black eye or a bit of a graze here and there, but they are jacked up, man.
Would it be, and I know you're not into predictions, would it be safe to say that Thurman's in heap big trouble come July 20th?
You know, Thurman's in for a fight, and we're in for a fight too. Listen, Keith's going to come to fight because he's got something to prove. One that fights Pacquiao fights 10 times better because it's Pacquiao. Everyone that fought Tyson fought 10 times better because they were afraid of dying. So, you know what I mean? But, yeah, but they'll fight better, but we're not underestimating. It's one thing you can't do when you're at that level is underestimate absolutely anybody. Because, you know, they're all champions or have been champions. And they're all elite athletes at the top of their sport or our sport. So.
Justin, thanks so much for your time. We know you're a busy guy, but again, it's the fact that you're so down to earth and there's no BS about you. That's why people like us seek you out. So thank you.
I've got time for it, mate. I'm too old for fucking BS.
Good luck July 20th. I think Thurman's going to need that. Going to need the luck.
It's, everyone says they're going to beat Pacquiao right until Manny hits him. And then, like, look at Broner. Now, Broner came in shape. And he has a lot of experience, a good fighter, a very good fighter. After that third round, he said, I want nothing to fucking do with this shit anymore. And away he went. And, you know, that'll be the same with most of Manny's fighting. Actually, all of them. So.
Looking forward to it. God bless you. Glad you're in good health, Justin. Thank you so much.
Too.
All right, take care. What a treat that was. Justine Fortune, the strength and conditioning coach for Manny Pacquiao. Thank you so much, Justin. We knew that was going to be an entertaining conversation. And many, many thanks. What a great facility they have in Los Angeles. That's it for this edition of Coffee with the Goose. Thank you so much for watching. And many, many thanks to all of you folks who subscribe. We're on Facebook as well, so check us out there. Talk to you again soon. Take care.